Hey everybody, I thought it might be beneficial to walk you through what you get and how it works should you decide to purchase this item. This is the long-range dog training collar by the company My Pet Command, and I've had some time to try this collar and play with it, and I thought it might be beneficial to kind of walk you through some of the setup and how it works in case you're contemplating buying this item yourself. First, let me run through real quick what you get with this item. You get an instruction manual from My Pet Command that's very well written, very thorough. It was pretty easy to follow. And then they also have their contact information if you've got any questions. You get a dog whistle, get a lanyard, you get a standard USB charging cable. What's kind of nice with this charging cable is it's one cable. They send you the wall adapter so you can plug the USB end into the adapter and plug it into the wall, or you can just use this to plug it into a computer or something like that to charge it. But it's got two heads on it, one of them that you can use to charge your receiver, and then one you can charge your transmitter, which is kind of a nice feature, so you don't have to keep up with two cords, and you can charge both of your items at the same time should you need to. Your receiver comes with these metal prongs on the end of it, but they also send you some extended prongs that are a little bit longer, and you can put those on depending on the size of your dog. So just some longer prongs in case you need them, and then they also send you a tool here that you use to take these off and tighten the long ones if you put those on. The collar itself that you will run through your receiver and attach to your dog. And then they send you this nifty little tool, which I thought was kind of cool. You don't really need it. If you want to test to see if this thing's working, you can put it on the lowest shock setting, and you can shock yourself with it, but the tool actually allows you to connect it to the receiver, and it'll light up to let you know whether it's shocking or not. So I thought that was kind of a cool feature. I mentioned that I've had some other dog training collars before. The reason I like this one is because for the price, I found it to have some features that were a lot better than the other ones that I had tried. And mainly the fact that the receiver and the remote have built-in rechargeable lithium batteries, which last a long time, and a lot of other ones have that as well. But both the receiver and the transmitter are totally waterproof, and they're really sturdy and well built. So I like that feature. The other thing is, for the price, I couldn't find another one that has this long of a range. This one has a 1.5 mile range, which at this price point is really hard to find. In fact, it's the only one I've seen like it, and it works really well. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to walk you through the setup of it. It's really pretty easy. If you press and hold the power button on the bottom of the receiver, it'll beep when it comes on, and then it'll have this slow blinking green light. So when you buy this item, it should come automatically paired to the remote. So I've turned on the remote. Hopefully you'll be able to see that. I don't know if you're going to be able to see, but it says AO2. What that means is that this remote is paired to this collar, and it's on dog A. The cool feature about this item is you get a transmitter and you get a receiver, but you can actually buy extra receivers in the event that you've got multiple dogs that you're looking to train. You don't have to buy this whole kit to be able to do that. You can just buy the receiver itself, and it's considerably cheaper, and you can use this one remote to control up to 3 different receivers. And I'm going to walk you through that here in a second in the event that you would want to connect more than one receiver to the transmitter remote. So as I said before, when it comes in, it's going to compared automatically to this receiver A. You've got some buttons on the side here that you can adjust all the way to 10 to adjust your shock level. And I've been using it on 2. That seems to be appropriate for my dogs. I wanted to mention this isn't just a shock collar. You can actually use, it's got a vibration feature. So here's your different shocks. This is a momentary shock. This is a continuous shock. This is for vibration. You can just use vibration training. And then you've also got the bell feature, and you can just use a bell training method. So a lot of different options with this setup. But you do have 10 different shock levels, and that's pretty much it. You set your shock levels and you're ready to go. Another cool feature about this remote is, see how I pressed A and the receiver lit up with a white light? It's got a beacon that's built into the receiver, and you can press and hold down this A button, and notice how it's blinking rapidly now. Every 5 seconds it'll continue to blink. So if your dog's out at nighttime and you want to be able to track him, you can turn on that beacon, and that beacon is viewable for up to 328 yards, which I thought was a really cool feature. Whenever you're done with it, if you want to cut it off, you just press and hold it, and it cuts it off. I've had these before that didn't have a beacon, and basically what you end up with is having to listen to your dog bark to try and figure out where they're at. So this is kind of nice just to be able to look out and see that light and you know what dog it is. The other cool thing, and I'll go ahead and jump into that now, is should you do a different receiver, it blinks a different color. So you're able to distinguish between which dog is it. Is it dog 1 or is it dog 2? So I'm going to go ahead and cut on this extra receiver. And should you buy the extra receiver like I did, you'll see that this one's blinking solid green. What that means is that the receiver hasn't been paired to a transmitter to the remote yet. And I'm going to walk you through how to do that now. It's very simple. All you're going to do is go to your remote, and you're going to hold down the bell button and the corresponding dog that you're looking to pair it with. So I'm going to do bell and B, and that beeping noise lets me know that it's paired. And to test it, I could do a shock, or I could hit the bell and hear it beep, or the easiest thing for me is just press the B button and you should see it light up. And that's what I mentioned with the different color. So if you press and hold it, this one blinks red. So the first one blinks white, second dog would blink red. In the event that you had a third receiver that you wanted to pair, I believe the instruction manual said that it blinks green. So I thought that was a cool feature. I'm going to go ahead and turn that off. And I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'll show you, just in case, that's kind of it in a nutshell. I'm going to cut this one off. And now I'm still paired to B. In the event that you ever did want to unpair a collar for whatever reason, that's pretty easy too. All you're going to do is make sure that the collar is near. That's why I cut off this other one. I didn't want to unpair them both. But you're just going to press the bell button and this double lightning bolt button. And now that receiver is back to being unpaired. And I'll cut this one off. And that's it. So anyway, I hope that helps. I'm very happy with the item. I thought it worked really well, especially if you've got multiple dogs that you're looking to train. It's really easy to set it all up with this one remote, and I hope that helps you make your decision. Let me know if you got any questions. Thanks.